probably could already tell, our guest tonight is definitely an interesting character.
Yes, we have a good one tonight. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Come on, boys, don't be intimidated now. Come on,
I'm getting intimidated
here. Straight out here now.
This is
Hey,
Big
cameraman,
Daddy.
keep that camera on me.
He is from the bowels of the earth.
Also Chicago. Probably about the same thing.
I'm sorry, but we forgot your,
Hey, let me tell you something, little man. You get it straight, you get it right. I'll say it once, I won't say it again. It's the Guardian of Chaos.
Guardian of Chaos.
Big Daddy.
I am sorry, Big Daddy. I am sorry.
That's okay.
And Matt doesn't apologize often.
I don't apologize often. Big Daddy, before we get started, as we get started, wrestling, how'd you get into wrestling?
Well, boys, I've been doing this for, 8, 10 years on and off. I've had my ups, I've had my downs. After the studio shoot tonight, I'm on my way to the Orient and places beyond to look for new talent. Because right now, I'm in kind of a hiatus. I'm here with my boy, probably the baddest white man I've ever had the displeasure of knowing, my boy Dino.
Hey, Dino! Hello!
It is a pleasure to have him here in the studio.
Yes, exactly. Dean is always...
That's all I'm going to say about my wrestling career and where I am right now. You guys don't need to know any better. When I hit the scene and make it big, you'll be the first to know. You guys are all right in my book for white guys.
All right.
Now, Big Daddy, Matt and I have also been interested in wrestling for quite some time. How about considering Lemadelaine Brothers as a tag team?
What do you think? Can we do it? Can we do it, Big Daddy?
Let me tell you something, brother. As breakfast of champions, the way you guys look now, you're not far off.
All right. Hey, we understand that you've brushed elbows with a bunch of WWF, WCW stars. Can you name a couple that maybe our fans would know about, or you're soon to be fans?
First off, the only one they need to know is the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy. That's all you need to know. But on to your question, I've been on the road many times, up and down, 95, 91, across the state, the whole 9 yards. I was on the road with the Head Shrinkers, the Legion of Doom, Freebird Michael Hayes. Met those punks, Luger, Sting, all those guys. I know them all from top to bottom. Good guys, good athletes. Don't get me wrong, they're good athletes. And you keep pointing at me to point at that camera, and I'll come back there. I'm talking to these guys. I don't care about the camera. I don't care about the phone calls. I don't care about anybody out there watching. All I care about is me and my boys right now, because that's who's interviewing me. So you keep the camera on me and stop waving at me. I got it. Don't make me come back there.
Let's not get Big Daddy riled up now.
I'm sorry for screaming. I'm sorry.
Mike the Big Ragu Albini is ready to face off against Big Daddy here.
Bring it on.
You might have some live, it's WWF, we'll call it. WWF Wrestling live in the studio of WCAT.
And that should bring us to our next question, actually. Big Daddy, we understand that you are involved in wrestling. Where can we possibly see you or some of your talent?
Well, right now, like I said, you're making me repeat myself. You're a good kid. I like you and everything, but don't make me repeat myself. I'm tired of repeating myself. I said after this, after I get out of this godforsaken state, Connecticut, with all this snow, 11 storms, the only thing Connecticut is Yukon ball. So after I tilt a few back tonight with the boys and catch some of the Yukon game, I'm on my way overseas, I told you.
Okay.
When I get back, well, that's to be determined at a site to be announced. You just pay attention.
Now, we understand, we know that you have done a lot of wrestling, but right now you're currently a manager.
Listen, don't make me say it again. I'm tired of repeating myself. I am a professional wrestling manager.
All right.
I can take anyone, maybe even the stooge behind the camera, and make him into somebody.
All right.
That's what I do. That's my M.O.
So the Lemadelaine Brothers have a chance, possibly.
Well...
How about a name like the Big Ragu?
You probably have a chance of winning a lotto. Unless I get still a chance.
All right, I know that this question might perturb you a little bit. I have always looked at...
I warned you before we came on air, but ask it anyway.
Okay. Now, let me try and come out with this in a good way.
Would you like
I said keep that camera on me.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
There's been a lot of people. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of people out there. Me, I believe in wrestling 100%. But there's a lot of people out there that probably question the legitimacy of wrestling a bit. And what would you have to say to these people?
Like I said, most of the people watching this show have the brain of a dehydrated baby to begin with. So I don't care what anybody thinks. Whether it's fake, not fake, that's not the issue here. They're top-notch athletes. Okay? They're in the gym. They're training in the ring. Okay? This is their living. This is where they make their money. They depend on me to make money for them with contracts and so on and so forth. And this is what they do. These guys are good athletes. You think it's fake? People, I hear people come up to me all the time. I even had to slap a kid out in the front lobby here for asking me if it was fake. I said, remember John Stossel and Andy Kaufman? Because, you know, I won't take it. It's a tough sport. It's a long road.
Big Daddy, we have a couple of tapes. I don't know if you want to talk through these or not, but they're pretty interesting tapes. Would you like us to run them? This is one that was, I believe, down in Derby, Connecticut.
Yes, there was one of the local shows I did over the summer. You can run it if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, maybe you could run that tape for us.
Here we go.
Here we go. Now,
hey, she's not a bad-looking head inside that.
Not bad at all. Now, here's a little action that's going on. And
yeah, I got whacked with a chair there. The guy was outside interference. He jumped me from behind. That's all right. I gave him a nice shot. Hey, look, see, he's on the ground now. Look, Big Daddy, I'm just recuperating.
Yeah,
I'm not hurt at all.
It looks like you took a hell of a shot there.
Well, you know, 3 days later I was in the hospital with a concussion, so don't ever question it.
No, and I'm not.
Big Daddy comes back.
Now,
I don't stay down for long.
Now, who are you managing in these?
And there's the Widowmaker, there's Mike Waller, a couple other scrubs that don't even belong. There's some so-called managers. They're not the manager like I am. There you go. One right in the back of the head.
Now, that's after he got hit in the head with that chair. So I mean, you were.
Keep watching the tape here. I want you to know my motto is, and I think you boys can believe this: win if you can, lose if you must. But always cheat,
yes,
and I will get you back.
I like it.
That is a good tape. Lisa, I think we had another tape that was queued up also.
I don't care. It's not me. We don't want to see it. Shut this off.
All right.
There was another tape that was also in there.
Look like I'm getting a few LBs.
Hey, it's all right. They say that TV puts 10 pounds on you.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Look like I put 35 on me.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. We know.
I got muscles. Don't think I don't got muscles, because I got them, baby.
Well, we know you're.
You know what? Listen, maybe we could back that up a little bit.
You should rewind that up there.
Yeah, let's back that up a little bit.
The kid broke 3 of his ribs, chipped his hip bone, and now in Boston Memorial till 2 in the morning. I had to miss the World Series. Watch this.
Let me ask you one thing.
Throws him to the ropes. The ropes were loose. My boy fell. He's kind of a fat scrub anyway, but that's why he's no longer under my tutelage, but we'll give him a little play anyway. Where's Big Daddy? Don't stick me in there. I want to get you. Keep that camera rolling. Keep that camera rolling.
Now, what was your wrestler there, was he able to walk out of that?
Not my wrestler, my boys.
Your boy?
My boys.
Well, was your boy able to walk out of that auditorium?
Well, you don't want to keep the tape going anymore, but we had to pick his big carcass up, and we had to carry him back to the dressing room and wait for the ambulance to show up. You see, he couldn't move there. The guy was legitimately injured. Don't ever question it. All these little punks in the background, I should have slapped somebody.
Now, I mean, isn't the phrase called off the ropes, not through the ropes?
No, he was thrown through the ropes, as you saw. If he would have bounced off, I would have been off the ropes. Why are you questioning me, young man?
No,
I like you. I like the earrings. You got the look, kid, but don't question me.
All right, you got it, pal. You got it.
Hey, and you know what? Stop playing with the camera. I don't know what's going on back there. Snap over.
All right, well, I'm sure we have some phone. I don't know. Do we have some phone calls yet? Maybe there's some people.
Hey, anybody want to talk to Big Daddy?
Yeah.
All right, we got to.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
We got a call online too. So, welcome to Sports Talk. Big Daddy's with us tonight.
Wrestling's fake, you fat piece of shit.
That's okay. That's all right. Your mother liked it. I left my boots somewhere, but that's okay. You see, that's the perfect example of why I don't talk to anyone.
Exactly.
Okay, this guy sounds like he got the brain of a dehydrated BB.
Yeah.
You know, and when's the last time he probably had a girl? Who knows? I'm like keeping a clean show, a good show. I know there's a lot of kids out there watching Big Daddy, and I don't care if you like me.
All right. Hey,
so you want to keep your call in there. The show's over in about 10 minutes. You can meet me out in the parking lot.
Big Daddy, we understand you're a big sports fan. What do you think of the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding scandal, if you would call it that?
That Nancy Kerrigan, she's a good-looking head there, I hear you. But you know what? Tanya Harding, first of all, I don't think she's got a leg to stand on. I think they should boot her out of the Olympics. She got a big butt, you know. I mean, what is she going to do for our country that Nancy Kerrigan can't do?
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. What do you think, Mark?
That's a fine point, and I'm surprised Big Daddy's taking that point.
Well, you know, Big Daddy's very opinionated. I won't be the first one to give an opinion. You know what that's like. Everyone's got one.
Exactly. All right, line 1 and 2. Let's do it.
Let's see if maybe we can get a better call here.
Big Daddy, why are you such a scrub?
Well, you know, I can tell by this area and this whole state that you're all a bunch of bums and a bunch of losers, and that's why I don't come to this state. I like being a scrub, I like being a bum, and you know what? I get paid to do it. Yeah. So anytime one of you guys want to jump on my case, I'll laugh all the way to the bank. Call me a scrub, call me whatever you want. You know what? I like it, baby.
There you go. All right, welcome to Sports Talk. Hello, welcome to Sports Talk.
See if we can get an educated guess on this.
Ah, gee.
Hey,
I hate to
who
say
is
it,
that? Who is that? Ric Flair? Come on. Good imitation. Hey, let me hear you do your Ric Flair. Come on. Not bad. Let me hear it.
To be honest.
Come on, let me hear Ric Flair.
That's all it is.
Yeah, the macho man. Hey, Big Daddy.
All these callers, obviously a bunch of scrubs. Let's get somebody on here with some legitimate questions.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Sports Talk.
Step into the ring with me, man.
Oh, who's that? Who's that?
Obviously someone who has no nerve. I'll step into the ring with anyone, and you know what? If I can't do it, I'll get somebody else to do it. So that's all it is, because you won't win against me. That's it.
All right.
Now, is this show quickly turning into the Big Daddy show?
I think it is.
Well, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. But you know what, fellas? I got too much travel, and you guys ain't got enough money to keep me here.
You're right. You're right. That's
Our big salaries, we can't afford too much.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, you guys look like you got big salaries.
After
We went out last week, and I had to buy drinks for the whole bar. You guys didn't have a dime to your name.
Well, hey, the skeleton crew is breaking us. That's all I can tell you.
Look. You need some bigger chairs. What is this?
Hey, you don't call you Big Daddy for nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Big Daddy.
PG-13.
Welcome to Sports Talk.
What's up? How you doing, Big Daddy? I heard you smoked pool.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, win if you can, lift you up, but always cheat. I got a poll for you.
Very Big Daddy.
These guys like that, that ruin it for the kids that are out there that want to know legitimate things.
No,
okay, want to know what's going on. It's guys like that. Poll. What is a poll? What is this?
You know what, Big Daddy? We couldn't agree with you more. We get a lot of people who call in like that, and that's uncalled for.
You know what? It's crazy because you look like clean, respectable men.
Well, don't let us fool you.
Okay.
Okay. Line what? One? Do we still have?
This is the last phone call. If we don't get a good one,
Welcome to Sports
That's
Talk.
okay. It doesn't mean anything.
Yo, Chico, this is Razor Ramon.
Ah.
Let me tell you something, you cheap imitation. Go back to Puerto Rico. Hey, ahoy, melahini wahini, huh?
Big Daddy, what do you think of Michael Jordan? Is he going to make the Chicago White Sox?
Well, I'm glad you got on some legitimate sports questions instead of dealing with these morons, these humanoids, as Bobby Heenan would say, because I told you it was a bad idea to begin with.
Yes.
Jordan's a good athlete. He's the man in basketball.
Yes.
The only reason he's getting a chance to do this is because he's Michael Jordan. And I personally don't think he can do it, but you never know. He could surprise us all. He's an athlete.
Mark, what do you think?
My opinion on this is Michael Jordan is the greatest athlete of all times, regardless.
There's no doubting that, but can he hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball?
Can he hit a 95 mile? If anybody in the world can do it at his age and with his abilities, I believe that Michael Jordan would be the person to do it.
Well, I'll tell you. I hope he does, but
Boy, these lights or something.
Yeah.
Hey, we got any sunbone?
Yeah.
My God.
I thought you'd be used to this, Big Daddy.
I don't have to go overseas. I'll stay here.
This guy's from the bowels of the earth. Remember that. I mean, he's used to hot weather. That's for sure.
It's very
That's right.
warm down there.
It's certainly hot where I come from, and it gets a lot hotter.
We have calls on line 1 and 2. Do we dare take them?
Well, fellas, it's at your discretion. If you want to talk to these morons, I told you what kind of people we're dealing with here. That's up to you. I'll field them all day.
Okay, let's do
All
it.
night.
Welcome to Sports Talk. Welcome to Sports Talk. Nobody there.
Typical
You know what?
resident.
They didn't have.
Hanging up.
They didn't have the gall to talk to you. Welcome to Sports Talk.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm pretty good. Hey, this guy here, he's a wrestler.
Big Daddy.
Hey, get it straight. I didn't say I was a wrestler.
You're a manager, right?
That's right.
That's cool. Hey,
You got a question for him or what?
what do you do, like, in your spare time when you're out working and managing wrestling?
In my spare time, I have a couple of odd jobs, but I have a steady job I've been doing for 8 years. I work for the Department of Corrections, and it's a tough job, and I do this not part-time. This is what I do, and the Department of Corrections is the part-time job.
Big Daddy is into cleaning up our streets.
Exactly.
Well enough.
As it should be done in certain cases. I mean, I'm sure it's a tough, strenuous part-time job that you have there.
It's a very tough job. They're underpaid. They're overworked. You have administration, you have unions, but what are you going to do? That's how it is. That's life. That's reality, and that's how it is.
Well, what do you think? Are we going to see you in the near area and within the next year, within the year 1994 by any chance?
You know what? I'd like to hang out with you guys and a couple of my boys around the state, but you know what? By the way these phone calls are going, I don't care if I ever come back to Connecticut, and I don't care if anyone cares that I come back. I'll make my money somewhere else and laugh all the way to the bank.
Well, Big Daddy, we're certainly hoping that you do come back to the state, and we'd love to see you. Hopefully one of these days we'll see you on the big ticket up in either New Haven or Hartford.
Yeah, definitely at the same
And
time.
maybe you can pass on a couple of free tickets to the fellas over there.
Yeah!
You know what? This kid sounds like he's the president of the NRA club, and it's not National Rifle Association. That's never refuse anything, and he looks like that type.
You bet. Lay on our salaries, NRA is our motto. You know.
I will be back. I will be in Connecticut hopefully within the next year or so, but for now I'm going to work my way around, and Connecticut certainly is by no means anything. The WWF is here, Vince McMahon is here, and you know what? You never know. You people keep hating me the way you do. That's just what I want to see.
Well, that's it, exactly. You are a bad guy, so you don't want people to like you, correct?
Bad guy? I'd say that's an understatement.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess, is that it, Mike? Are we running out of time here, or what's the story? We do have to apologize for one thing. We missed our trivia question altogether. So, Harold's Deli, I'm sure they won't, miss out on anything. So,
hey, I hear they got some good grub up there.
You bet.
I'm 285 pounds. I might take a trip up there.
Belly buster.
I'll give you a belly buster.
Hey, thanks a lot to Big Daddy. Good luck in New York.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate everyone's help and all their time. My boy Dino, the camera people. You're all good people. And remember one thing, as a good friend of mine, Jim Valvano, once said, don't give up. Don't ever give up.
All right.
Good words.
Yeah.
Great man.